Hello world, let's talk CrimeCon 2023. Have you thought about going to CrimeCon? Have you found this video because CrimeCon 2024 is coming up and you're curious what it's going to be like? I'm going to talk about those things. I'm going to tell you my opinions. I'm going to tell you if I'd go again. This all started for our journey of going to CrimeCon. I want to say, gosh, 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, the girlfriend saw CrimeCon and said, "Ooh, what's this?" and looked at a few pieces of the puzzle. And we said, "Oh, let's put it on the back burner." 2023 comes around. We're looking at little trips and adventures to do. And CrimeCon is in Orlando. Looks like a really nice time. Looks like a good visit. So we sign up. Hey, it's going to be fun, they said. We're going to have so much fun. Well, we get there. And immediately we have a great flight, great Uber. We get in front of the airport or in front of the hotel. And I didn't know where to actually go with this story, but it was really funny that we're getting ready to go in a hotel, and the other Uber door Lyft person in front of us, the person had on the back of their window, "I love MILFs." And I laughed, and she laughed. I pointed it out, and she laughed. And I said, "Oh, I wonder what the convention's going to be like." A little foreshadowing. So we get to CrimeCon, we get in, everything's going great. Let me tell you, what was us walking down to registration? No issues. That's on Thursday, completely open. I even started to wonder, how many people are really going to show up to this thing? How busy is it going to get? At the time, we were easy passing, walking through. Now on Friday, it did truly get busier. There was a lot of people that showed up, and I thought maybe even Saturday was going to be worse. But no, it pretty much stayed consistent with what was Friday is what Saturday was. By the way, the check-in process, completely easy, completely painless. You just get a generic lanyard, kind of based upon whether you're a gold member, whether you're a regular member, things along those lines. They did have some after-hours events. Like, this is the first night on Thursday. We went to the neon disco. So, they gave out a lot of look blinky things. They had a band. They had a DJ. We did some dancing. Some other people were doing the shuffle. And there's the band right there playing. I don't know. They were pretty big. I think everybody in the group knew who they were. I think maybe they were attorneys. If you know, comment, like, subscribe down below. I don't know. But it was a great time. Cash bar, so you had to bring your own money. And let me tell you, do not show up at this event expecting not to spend some cash. From the hotel restaurants to the beer and things along those lines, it adds up pretty quick. Down at their market pantry, they even had bottle drinks. So at one point we said, "Hey, let's just grab us a little bottle of Crown Royal and have that in a room." And so that's something we did. There we are enjoying some of the festivities. They had some games you can kind of see in the background that you could play. They also had a VIP area for the platinum folks that had their own games, had their own bar. They also had their own crazy selfie station. Did have someone coming by taking selfie pictures. Meeting people. So here I am meeting Joseph Scott Morgan from Body Bags, and I'm getting him to do a signature on a old text adventure deadline about a murder mystery. I thought that was kind of funny. Really nice. I'm used to a lot of conventions and Comic Cons. There's Chris Hansen, where you sign up to meet these people. You pay $50. They sign whatever you want, $25, and they take a picture with you. This meet and greet, we're just in the exhibit hall. And they're there at their booths representing their companies or they're representing things. Got signatures, got pictures. "Hey, Chris, thanks. It was a really great conversation while we were there, too." And by the way, I felt like I told Chris, "Hey, there's other people that want to talk to you. Don't talk to me anymore." He was so personable and just open to chat the entire time. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now, here is an official meet and greet. I'm not signed up. I lined up to meet Nancy Grace. Look at this. We got there over an hour ahead of time to meet Nancy Grace. What am I, 10 people back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think a couple people were saving a spot or two. So yes, maybe 10, 12 back in the sense of being there. Now, one thing I learned, I'm in the gold regular people line. Right here is the platinum line. The platinum line goes first. So those folks didn't even show up until 15, 20 minutes ahead of time, and then the platinum line started. I'll talk about that. If you're really big into wanting meet and greets, wanting to get in first, wanting to have those advantages, buy the platinum ticket. If you're just like me and you just want to hang out and have a good time, go with the standard ticket. You'll be just fine. That line, that meet and greet line, by the way, we were probably 20 minutes in by the time I met Nancy Grace and got her signature. So I know the amount of people that were behind me, that little whole back row thing filled up all the way to the main entrance doors. I know people didn't get to see Nancy Grace. So I was very lucky that we went early. That was a really good idea the girlfriend had. Sessions. Let's see which one this is. Can I read that real quick? What session? CrimeCon. Oh, that just talks about they're raising funds. By the way, they got to like 35,000 on raising funds for the Gabby Pietro Foundation. Don't remember which one this is, but they had a lot of panels, lots of room. I never had to be butt to butt with someone. I'd sit with my girlfriend. We usually had an open spot beside us. Occasionally in the bigger panels, one side would fill up, but the other side wouldn't. And there was plenty of room as you were sitting there having a good time. So great panel discussions, good audio. I did hear some people talk about they had one area called the glass box area that was right beside the exhibit hall. I did hear people complain about audio issues. I didn't have any, but I did strategically pick seats that I checked where speakers were, and I checked where my line of sight was, and tried to ensure I got the best seat I could for how I like to sit. So, maybe they just didn't do that, or maybe it is just a little too loud in that glass box area. But the other theaters, great time. We saw incredible presentations around BTK, the Pulse nightclub, about 911 operators. I mean, it was so many great panels. Couldn't get to them all, didn't do them all, but I did a bunch, and I did enjoy the ones that I went to. Let's see, this one will finish up. Maybe I should let that play a second while I was talking. Oh, here we are. Got to talk to my editor. This should have got put in on the Nancy Grace side when I was talking about it. But there I am getting my shot by the handler with Nancy Grace, and the girlfriend's just taking a quick pic from the side. As you can see, there's Nancy with my little, signature my little signature item. Oh, there we are again. Gosh, editor, this is a really long video. Let's see if I can jump that forward a little bit. There we go. Here is another one of the panels in the main hall. And again, you just get the idea they had no issues putting everything together. Oh, let's talk about this. The exhibit hall. Swag, stuff we all get. It was everywhere. I found this bag sitting out in the main area, right? And I was like, what's up with this bag? And then I noticed it looked like there was a book in it. So of course I was going to turn it into the Lost and Found, because that's how I am. I was. And when I flipped it over, I saw it had, hey, you found me. Come take me back to this booth and we'll give you a bunch of free books. So not only was there one book in there, I think it was Behold the Monster, there was a bunch of free books too. And let me tell you, I went ahead and made a little TikTok with these folks over at Source Books. I did a little looking at it, female industry, female owned, publication rights, things on those lines, good mission statement. So we had a really fun time, and they had a really great sense of humor. Here you can tell I have my cameraman working with me, and we're making a TikTok, and they're doing a great job. And by the way, I was just kind of talking at a pretty nice level, and we had no issues in the exhibit hall. It was very well spaced, lots of room in the aisles. I know some people that go to Comic Cons and things like that. You know what I mean when the aisles are tight. So let's kind of pop through this one. That was really nice. They were such a good group. Hi, ladies. Next event. Let's talk about that. CrimeCon, Nashville. Look at that. May into June in 2024. Am I going to go? I don't know. Maybe. It is. This is definitely not a one and done event. This is definitely, I'm going to do this again. We'll see how next year falls, whether or not this works. They're going to be at the Gaylord, Opryland. What a beautiful hotel. So if I had to pick a place to go, this sounds like a pretty good place to go to see CrimeCon. And now going all the way back to the attendee ratio. I think you could definitely tell that was a majority women that were going, from maybe, 20s up into 50s, 60s, somewhere in that range, right? It definitely, if you were like, oh, I want to go, am I going to feel safe? This is a safe place. Everyone was super comfortable. And on the female camaraderie side, I saw that all over in the lines that we were waiting in. As people were talking to my girlfriend, as people talked to me, I definitely felt this was a safe place to go to. I felt it was a great experience. I saw some things like a grandpa who was there with his granddaughter. She may have looked 15, 16. And I thought, oh man, isn't that beautiful? They're there sharing their love of crime. Okay, maybe that isn't as beautiful as I think it is now that I said it out loud. But hey, at least they had a good time together. That's all that counts. So what you tell me? You going next year to CrimeCon? Did you like the little rundown? Do you have any other questions? I'll be glad to talk about everything. The situational or locational issues, well, those are pretty specific to every year because they do move. But this year, great choice, CrimeCon. And I kind of look forward to going next year and maybe seeing you there.